something. And so really, you just gotta be fighting for every point out there.
Game 1 upon us now. It's women's doubles. Hurricane Tyra Black, she packs a powerful punch there on the left. Former tennis pro in her own right. It's been a star that has emerged
1-0.
early last season.
Point.
And Georgia Johnson, we haven't mentioned yet, she is 18 years old, turns 18 in August, rather. She's the sister of JW, also one of the best female athletes in all of pickleball. Great hand speed from Hurricane Tyra Black, sets herself up for the close.
Yeah, Tyra Black, she's powerful, she's strong, she has great consistency. She's definitely a great player on the left. And having Georgia on the right with her hand speed, it's a great matchup.
Point.
Missed opportunity there for Brooke Buckner, former University of Michigan tennis star. Set records there.
4-0.
Big Ten territory.
Point.
Hot start for the Dallas Flash. It's one of the best women's doubles teams in Major League Pickleball at the premier level this season. Dink battle, how do you explain what these players are trying to create with the dink sequences at the net?
Yeah, just dinking, you gotta be super consistent, super patient, kind of moving the ball around, trying to set up your partner. You're kind of just waiting for that high ball. By moving it around, getting at their feet, you want to try to get that ball to bounce and not have the opponents be taking the ball out of the air. And you kind of got to try to see if you can initiate before your opponents.
Nice ball by Hurricane Tyra Black. It's one of the best names in all of pro pickleball. Sister's name is Tornado, by the way, former tennis pro, as I mentioned, based out of South Florida. Trains with Georgia Johnson quite a bit.
Yeah, a couple of names that you don't really forget.
Point.
Very unique. Really like the Dallas Flash team here. Tyra and Georgia, they both have a lot of different skills. They can flick with the one-handed backhand. They can kind of really create a lot of power and offense.
Point 2.
On paper, I'd say that Dallas Flash is probably the favorites in this match, as they lead 8-1.
Overcooked the serve by Brooke Buckner. Pressing a bit here on her new team, trying to get something going on her side. Not easy to settle into a new lineup with new partnerships. The get by Tyra.
Point 3.
Yeah, not easy at all, especially playing against Tyra and Georgia. They're both some of the best in the game, the top women in the game. And they bring a lot. They're like backboards out there. The ball's always coming back, and sometimes you gotta see if you can get it through them.
Long for Jesse Irvin. We are in some altitude here in Utah. Makes the ball fly a little bit faster.
Point 4.
Yeah, the ball at high altitude is definitely traveling faster, coming a little hotter off that paddle.
4-10.
Gotta kind of be able to control it and slow it down if you can. Also very fast courts, the ball is skidding through.
Point.
Just wide by Georgia Johnson.
And the Dallas Flash currently leading the way atop all Premier level teams.
5-10.
22 total standing points. Playing in all 3 events so far this season. Too good.
11.
Right down the middle for Hurricane Tyra Black.
Tyra reaching in
11-5.
pretty far into the kitchen there to try to speed up and create some advantage.
Point.
A great play by Hurricane Tyra Black. Love women's doubles for the hands battles it can present.
12-5.
A lot of firefights.
In the net goes
Point.
Georgia.
6.
I really like Tyra and Georgia's game. They both have a lot of
6-12.
variety. They're able to create a lot of offense. They're also very good defensive players.
Side out. Point.
Good eye by
13.
Georgia Johnson
Timeout.
there.
Change ends. 13-6.
Originally from North Carolina, Brooke Buckner resides in Charlotte, North
13-6.
Carolina, so you got some local natives to the team as Major League Pickleball becomes more geographic. Nice play by Brooke Buckner down the line on Black. What would you think needs to be adjusted on the side of Carolina to hold off the momentum of Dallas up to this point?
Yeah, you know, I think they need to just kind of stay in the point, try to get the ball down on the ground, kind of stop Georgia and Tyra from speeding up. I think that's what's helping them the most. And maybe they start initiating a little more as well.
Oh,
Point.
it's just sitter.
It's not easy against the Flash when they both have
15-7.
really great offense as well as defense, so they don't really have a lot of holes.
Brooke Buckner will accept the break off the tape. Jesse Irvin for the finish. The fans have been here in Utah since 9 a.m. local time.
8:15.
When the matches first began. We've had 4 matches so far today. This is the 5th. Long for Buckner. The Dallas Flash
16.
taking a big lead, 16-8.
16-8.
I think that's just a little ambitious, trying to create a little offense. When you're getting down by this many points, you kind of have to start trying to create something. You got to pick and choose when you're doing that.
Oh,
Point.
set up by Buckner. Now the leverage at the kitchen, but couldn't close it. Dallas survives the
17-8.
point.
Point.
Tyra just too good on that left side. She's, like I said before, very good defense, but she's able to create a lot of offense.
18-8.
Kind of seems like she's on every ball, and it's not easy to be playing against that.
Full domination and a beautiful setup by Georgia Johnson. Hurricane Tyra Black was all over it.
Tyra Black doing a great job
19-8.
of creating offense here. They kind of keep going to that left side, but she keeps.
Side out, point, 9.
They meaning Carolina,
Yes.
putting it to Hurricane Tyra Black.
9-19. Point.
It's possible in rally scoring. Still a long
10-19.
ways to go, though, for Carolina.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about rally scoring. You're never down and out. It's all about momentum in
11-19.
pickleball and seeing if you can kind of ride that wave.
That's deep.
Point.
Carolina creeping in. Trailing by 7. Good news for
12-19.
Carolina, should they not come away with this one. They've got Ben Johns, the best pickleball player in the world, waiting for men's doubles.
Side out.
Can't miss that one
Point,
for
20.
Carolina.
That was a good setup by Brooke Buckner.
20-12.
Set it up well for Jessie, but just a little short on the execution.
Too good from Georgia Johnson, one of the best counter-attackers in the game. Watch her paddle position, next to no backswing
21-12.
on that. She's ready even in vulnerable places like low to the hip.
Great cross by Georgia.
That's
Side out.
good from Brooke
Point,
Buckner.
13.
So the match format is we'll start with
13-21.
women's doubles, then switch to men's doubles, and then 2 games of mixed. With Buckner
Point.
trying to put the team on her back. And should we need a dream breaker, that's the 5th tiebreaker game, so to
14-21.
speak. That is the singles format, based on what happens in the 4 games prior.
Side out, point, 22.
It's a great shot from Hurricane Tyra Black. They are just full domination on their side, full control of the kitchen. They dictated the
22-14.
pace. 3 points away from taking game 1.
Point.
Just can't seem to get into rhythm on the side of Carolina.
Yeah, it's not easy when
23-14.
Tyra and Georgia both have that one-handed flick on the backhand side. Kind of just pushing your opponents back. There's not really a lot you can do.
Point.
Unlucky net cord there.
Game point here for the Dallas Flash. Georgia Johnson
24-14.
looking to close it out with a serve to Brooke Buckner. Georgia Johnson jams out Jesse Irvin to take it. Men's pickleball players ever, especially in men's doubles and mixed. They picked up Georgia, did Dallas, and Augie Gull will start us off with first serve to Colin Johns.
Side out, point 1.
Augie Gull also a lefty, so that changes things. You have 2 forehands in the middle on their side for Dallas.
1-0.
And a pull from Augie Gull low
Point
to the backhand
1.
side. Augie really came onto the scene this season as a rising star in the sport, made it to a PPA final.
Great hands by Augie there. Taking on the best player in the world, Ben Johns.
A fearless approach. That's the patented backhand roll of Ben Johns.
It's interesting. Augie Guh, I grew up playing
2-1.
tennis with him in Phoenix, Arizona. Battled out in junior tennis. It's great to see him come over to
Side out,
pickleball.
point 2.
He's done amazing and just getting better every day.
2-2.
I think Augie has a lot of upside. He's lefty, he plays on the right. He's arguably one of the top 3 right side guys right now. He's got amazing defense, but the biggest thing that sets him apart is the offense that he can create.
Ben Johns would not let Augie Guh out of jail there, keeping him back at the baseline. Couldn't get a reset low. Carolina pulls within 1.
I think we're going to see Ben taking a lot of balls, being on the left side. Colin Johns kind of an anchor on the right. He maybe doesn't produce as much offense, but the guy has some of the best defense in pickleball, I'd say, and that shows kind of the results that they've had in pickleball.
Point 4.
The game continues 4 apiece. Both teams had a match earlier today. Carolina dropped a heartbreaker, you mentioned, and a dream breaker. Dallas got out the door in regulation against the Orlando Squeeze earlier today.
Yeah, Carolina Pickleball Club losing a heartbreaker to the LA Mad Drops. It's interesting to see how they're kind of going to respond from a loss and coming into this match.
Point.
And mixed, Ben Johns and Jesse Irvin lost 25-18 to Jade Kawamoto and Hunter Johnson. It was actually Colin and Brooke who got the mixed doubles win. Wide for JW Johnson. Carolina pulling ahead. This is a must-win situation for Carolina when you have the mixed doubles threat of JW and Georgia, the siblings.
Side out, point 5.
Ben Johns not happy with that bounce.
So just a little eye roll there.
5-7. Point.
Sometimes interesting to find the groove here in high altitude. The ball's traveling a little faster, coming a little
6-7.
hotter off the paddle. Also, the court's a little faster, not so much grit, so that ball's kind of skipping through the court a lot.
Side out, point.
A little premature there from Augie. His partner, JW Johnson, he is probably some of the fastest hands in the game. It's really incredible to watch. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of firefights during this match.
Side out, point 7. Seven, 8.
Great put away there by Ben
9.
Johns.
Great setup by Colin. We'll change ends again at 13.
9-7.
Game's at 25, win by 2, rally scoring, and a big serve from Ben Johns. You can be a little bit more aggressive on your serves here in Major League Pickleball compared to the PPA Tour.
10-7.
Able to toss that ball up a little higher on the serve.
Good ball by J.W. Johnson, number 12. Can't believe he dropped down to 12, can you?
Not a lot of people, they were pretty surprised. He's one of our probably top 3 guys in the sport.
Side out, point 11.
And Dulce has struggled with 2 matches in a day. They
11-8.
stand out, they do great in their first match. They seem to struggle with the night ones.
Kind of struggling with that energy.
9.
Sometimes it's hard to get going once you play and have to sit around and wait and then try to get your energy back up for another match.
Augie was there for the speed up right on the forehand side. This guy developed an app to help with his hand speed, amongst his other accomplishments, academically speaking. There's a lot of wall work and offhand stuff.
10-11.
Offhand training also enhances your cognitive ability, according to Augie.
Side out, point
I
12.
expect nothing less from Augie going to Brown University.
Yeah, master's degree in biostatistics.
12-10.
I think it's just a little smart.
Don't get into a math war with him.
Side out, point 11.
I've been having to deal with this guy since I was a junior in tennis. He's about 3 years younger than me, but he always played up into our division. He's always battling it out on the court.
Dallas ties it up at 12 apiece.
12-12.
Sitter for Colin Johns off the tape. He typically doesn't like those, but that time he did at 13. Dallas, known for his expertise in luxury home building and interior design, loves the game of pickleball.
Great hands there by Augie. You're going to see that signature shot from Ben Johns a lot, that backhand flick.
He's protecting his backhand side so well, and players like Ben Johns have said for a while now that the future of the game is lefty. Augie, one of the great lefties we have.
Really good to see Augie come onto the scene. It kind of happened pretty fast. I saw him at a lot of tournaments, and he was kind of in and out with his job, and then gets laid off and goes full-time pickleball, and he's climbed the ladder pretty quick. One of the best guys out there. Super happy for him.
What a play by J.W. Johnson. There's the hand speed and the wrist ability of that guy right there.
Well, Ben Johns is known for his role, but JW, his hands are incredibly fast. He is one of the best backhand flicks in the game as well.
Into the net.
Side out, point 15.
Time for J.W. Johnson, just 21 years old, and such a star already.
15-14.
The pickleball genes in the Johnson family. Julie Johnson, a top senior pro as well. Ben Johns commands the pace that time. 2-point lead for Carolina.
Ben Johns he's on every ball. He keeps his head down, base super low, center of gravity balanced. It's almost like you cannot get the ball through him.
Doesn't miss either, early.
up,
Side out,
and
point 15.
great disguise there by Augie. He kind of holds that paddle tip down to the ground, and it looks like he's going to hit a
15-16.
dink, and then kind of flicks his wrist at the last second. Ben was not ready for that.
But he saw that one coming.
Side out,
Big angle
point
from Ben
17.
Johns that time, saying, that's the no-fly zone with me, buddy.
Making a statement there.
17-15. Point.
Ben Johns, he's got a good serve, but he is ramping it up here with the high altitude. He's not afraid to go for it, and it's just flying
18-15.
through the court.
He's doing
Very
it this morning,
hard.
too, against LA. Oh, J.W.
Side
Johnson.
out, point 16.
JW Johnson, he's probably one of the most composed players out there, as well as
16,
Augie. Augie's got
18.
the best attitude in pickleball, I'd say. He's super positive, just such a nice guy. And they're a great partnership here. Gosh,
Point.
Augie just on that. I think one of the best things is Augie is not following the ball. He's kind of
17,
looking
18.
straight ahead at his opponent, just so he has a little extra time for when his opponent speeds up. With Ben Johns in front of him, you got to be ready because that ball's coming at you.
19-17. Point.
Another great serve by Ben Johns, just ramping it up, hitting it super deep. It's not easy to return.
20-17.
Ben Johns going off.
Point.
They're such a well-oiled machine, Ben and Colin. They know exactly what their strategy is. They're
21-17.
as precise as anyone. Got a big serve.
Point.
Into the net for J.W. Johnson. Carolina 3 points away from taking game
Timeout,
number 2.
Dallas
Timeout
Flash,
called on the side
22-17.
of the Dallas Flash.
2-17.
He also played for the Mavs too, that's fine, but I think it's for the Dallas Flash.
Point.
Great defense by J.W. Johnson, just not enough there. Ben kind of turning it on, ramping it up the offense.
23-17. Side out. Point.
Ben ramping up his serve a little bit, a little unlucky there with the net cord.
18-23. Side out. Point. 24.
Tough bounce there for Augie.
And a game point here for Carolina.
24-18.
Looking to tie the match series at 1 game apiece. And Colin Johns
Point,
rips it into the
19.
net. He wishes that ball bounced up just a bit higher, it looked like.
19-24.
1 game point saved by Dallas. Ooh, missed
out.
third, just barely into the net there for J.W. Johnson.
That's 3 for Dallas Flash in the last 4 or 5 points there. A little bit unlucky.
24-19.
Game point number 2. Oh no.
Unlucky by Ben Johns. He was looking to destroy that thing for game point.
20-24.
Dallas Flash still alive.
Point.
Another miss. Dallas inching their way back in. You have to win on your serve too. Just a reminder of that little aspect.
21-24.
Not easy to close it out, especially when you have a lead.
And Johns
Side
wins
out.
the hands battle that time against J.W. Johnson. Game point number 3 here for Carolina, but the urgency mounting because Dallas continues to collect
24-21.
points. And any side out. A great ball by Augie Gunn right to the feet
22.
of Colin Johns. It's a 2-point game late in this men's doubles meetup. That's out. Ben Johns will take it back for game point number 4.
Well, that ceiling was just a little higher.
24-22.
Good.
Just on the line by J.W. Johnson. Unbelievable hands. Proving his hand speed again.
23-24.
So our crowd is begging for more. It's a 1-point game.
Just long by Ben Johns. Wow. They inched their way back.
This one slipping away from
24,
Carolina, 24 all.
Point, 25.
And now point swings back to Carolina. They were stuck on 24, and a big serve from Ben Johns could be the difference maker here.
Yeah, I think he's going to be going for it here.
Game point number 5. Yeah, he blasted that one.
Who's going to pull the trigger?
Does it best. Tie game, 25 apiece.
Did you hear that crowd? They want more.
25-25.
Let Court out of bounds for Augie Gunn. He wanted it. Game point number 6 for Carolina.
Interesting, you're watching these guys have these long dink
26-25.
rallies. It's definitely a lot harder to do than it looks.
Yeah, it looks really easy on TV for sure. J.W. Johnson pulls the trigger, 26 all, saves another game point.
Yeah, it's always interesting watching on TV. I'm a victim of it before coming over to pickleball. I'm like, oh, this is so easy. I would destroy these guys. Coming over, it's not as easy as you think. You will be humbled very quick.
Uh-oh, missed return and a game point now for Dallas. Their first of the game.
27-26.
Ooh.
Fast hands by J.W. Johnson.
Oh, unbelievable.
Still going.
Ending to a game.
Unbelievable.
J.W. Johnson and Augie Gunn, they do it, they close it out. Oh, Ben Johns not playing with Annalie Waters. Has a tall task ahead to get his team on the board. Jesse pulls the trigger on J.W. Johnson, maybe not the best choice.
And I think Ben, I think in this situation when they're down 0-2, Ben's not letting anyone else go out there first. He's got to keep his team in this and Give his brother a chance if he can get through this one.
Point. Two, 0.
And a miss for Ben Johns. And the team chemistry is a little bit off there for Carolina. So Dallas Flash with
3-0.
a hot start, looking to take advantage, up 3-0. Nice return. Not what Carolina wanted.
4-0.
That's deep for JW Johnson.
Side out, point 1. 1-4. Side out, point 5.
Pretty from JW Johnson, such quick hands. And fun note, Georgia Johnson obviously picked up the game with JW. Thought her hands were pretty
5-1.
slow and she was maybe no good at this game. She was playing with JW Johnson. Well, played against other people and realized she was pretty good.
Yeah, JW's a pretty good practice partner.
Yeah.
I think they practice a lot.
She's like, maybe I won't give this a go, and then realized just how good her brother was in
6-1.
testing the hand speed.
Yeah, she's shocked. She's shocked at how good she actually is.
Side out, point 2.
Georgia, one of the generational talents in the sport, just 17 years old, playing with her brother,
Timeout.
who's 21. And quick timeout on the court. Carolina
Side in.
currently in a 4-point
2-6.
deficit, but the team chemistry is feeling a bit flat on their side. Ben Johns and Jesse Irvin going to find their rhythm, and it's not going to happen there on a missed third
7.
shot drop, which is utilized because of the safety valve,
7-2.
as the kitchen is often referred to as in pickleball. You drop it in and get it on the ground, you have an advantage to get to the kitchen.
The people who don't know a lot about pickleball, it's interesting. If you're a tennis player, you're always taught keep the ball low, as
Right.
low to the net as possible. In pickleball, you actually can use the space above the net. As long as it's landing short in that kitchen, you're safe.
Point.
A lot of people are like, why is it called the kitchen? And you just gotta say the no volley zone.
4-7.
The easiest way.
Yeah.
Let reserve. 4-7. Side out, point 8.
Unforced errors right now on the side of Carolina.
8-4. Point. 9-4. Side out, point 5. 5-9. Side out, point 10. 10-5. Side out, point 6. 6-10. Point.
Dallas letting Carolina off the hook. They're back within 3.
7-10.
Good serve from Ben Johns. Love the fearlessness from
Yeah,
Georgia
point.
Johnson on the setup, attacking Ben Johns down the line. And then
11-7.
J-Dub on cleanup committee.
Point.
Well, the Johnsons are some of the best mixed team in the game.
12-7.
JW has the best hands, and so does Georgia. Georgia plays kind of like a guy. She's got that flick. She's kind of got everything.
Wow, that's pretty from Ben Johns. Hops the corner and a stylish Ernie to match it. And Georgia has said it's not really her generating the pace as much as it is just her countering ability when you're training with your brother JW with lightning hand speed. Makes sense why she's so good at that.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember in Arizona they stayed at a house with a court and they just would
Flex, local now, and much more. For more information, go to pickleballtv.com. This return is not what the doctor ordered for Carolina there from Ben Johns as Dallas
14-8.
takes a 13-8 edge, 14-8 edge, excuse me, on Carolina.
Point.
It's looking like the Carolina Pickleball Club is a little low on energy. I think there's a little bit of frustration there.
15-8.
Points not going their way. I think they're going to have to kind of up the energy if they want to have any chance in this match.
Side out. Point 9.
Georgia and JW have not lost very much. The PPA format and the Major League Pickleball format.
Side out. Point 16. 16-9.
Wow, that's shifty from Ben Johns.
10.
Inside out.
10-16.
Wow.
Point.
Another gutsy play by Ben Johns. Swoops in, drills the backhand roll cross court. Everyone thought that one was maybe going down the line.
Yeah, we'll see if he can kind of get a little momentum here. A little low on energy. Kind of seems like he's starting to ramp it up a little bit. He's kind of going for, kind of trying to be a little offensive, maybe a little too much, but you know, those last two paid off. We'll see if he can kind of find his groove here.
Big serve, couldn't make the third though.
17.
JW Johnson will recover the serve now, right back over to Ben Johns.
17-11.
Same serve battle we saw in men's.
Side out. Point 12. 12-17. Side out. Point 18. 18-12.
He got it on the line for Ben Johns.
13-18.
Carolina still within 6. 5, excuse me.
Side out. Point 19. 19-13.
JW Johnson, so athletic. Just wide for Georgia, maybe thinking to challenge that. JW Johnson calls it off.
Georgia wants a challenge. JW's
She's
like,
gonna do it
what are we doing
anyways.
here?
That's all right, we'll take a closer look.
The result of the rally puts us at 14-19 with Carolina serving. We'll now proceed with video review.
The ball out.
Here's Mary.
After video review, the call on court is overturned. The ball was in.
Okay,
Wow.
Carolina
I'm proven incorrect.
loses 1 free video challenge. You have 2 remaining. Dallas, you have 3 free video challenges remaining. We resume play at 20-13 with Dallas serving.
All right, that one surprised me too, but Georgia Johnson and JW Johnson will take it.
Time in, 20-13.
Nice grab
Side
by
out,
Ben Johns at
point
the kitchen
14.
scramble.
Ben John's coming really far over the right there.
14-20.
I think he wants every ball at this point. It's a little wide by Georgia Johnson.
Point. 15-20. 21.
Ben John's being a little ambitious here, kind of speeding up pretty much every ball he can get his hands on.
21-15.
It's unlike him.
Point.
Not usual style you see him play with, typically a bit more measured
Immediate
and
timeout.
calculated in his approach. And 2 mixed doubles games to be played due to the regular season event.
Jesse Irvin
Point, 16.
completely off the court there. Almost in the stands, giving Ben Johns a little bit of room.
16-22.
That flip from J.W. Johnson, though, his hand speed is unmatched.
Point, 23.
Georgia and J.W. Johnson, one of the best mixed doubles teams
23-16.
in the world, and showing why here.
Side out.
Speed
Point,
for J.W.
17.
Yeah, they really have not been making many errors. They're winning all the hands battles. They're making every single dink, every drop.
23.
It's pretty impressive to see.
Side out. Point, 24.
A little bit of too many unforced errors on the Carolina Pickleball Club
24,
side.
17.
Good shot by Ben Johns, catching J.W. Johnson, committing to the middle. 1 game point saved for Carolina.
18-24.
Reset for Jesse Irvin, game point number 2 for Georgia and J.W. Johnson.
24-18.
Georgia back to serve to Jesse. Georgia and J.W. Johnson take the third, 25-18. Of course, the lefty, which means Hurricane Tyra Black gets to play her desired spot on the left. And game 4 upon us now.
Point.
Yeah, Hurricane Tyra Black was a big proponent of Augie. And she was a big
1-0.
reason that he came on the team. They did well in a PPA. And she was like, I want this guy. I want him. I want to be on the left. I want him on the right. And they're a great team together.
Side out. Point, 1. 1-1.
Big play from Hurricane Tyra Black down the line on Brooke Buckner.
2-1.
Wow, Brooke Buckner rock
Side
solid
out.
on the right. She
Point.
was earlier today as well against LA. Did not miss a forehand dink from that position,
2-2.
which is so key for the female on the right.
Side out. Point,
Yeah, I think
3.
in mixed, there's a lot of people kind of give the guys kind of some trouble
3-2.
saying, oh, you're taking the ball from the girl. But you talk to any of these girls, they're like, no, we want that high forehand from them. We want them taking it over. I think the person on the right, their job is kind of be rock solid, make every dink, make every drop, kind of set the guy up to kind of finish the ball.
3-3.
And then with a player like Annalie Waters, who is by far and away the best female in the world,
Side out.
she
Point
still
4.
surrenders 70 to 80% of the court to Ben. Of course, she gets a little bit more
4-3.
involved offensively than the other gals are willing to do.
Yeah, she still gives Ben quite a bit of court. She trusts him a lot, and I mean, he's that good.
Point 4.
Thing that's interesting about Anna Lee though is she has great defense, but she has a crazy amount of power, and not a lot of girls on the right side have that, and that's why they're the best team in mixed right now.
Nice serve by Brooke Buckner. Launching cannons into the
5-4.
portion of the court on Augie Gutt.
Side out, point 5.
Great finish there by Augie, able to get back in the court after defending that overhead.
No! Side out, point 6. Six, 5. Point.
Play from Colin Johns. Great setup by Brooke.
Seven, 5.
Lightning fast hands by Colin Johns. And these two teams met in DC last month. It was a 3-1 regulation win for Dallas,
8-5.
but it was Colin Johns and Andrea Coop that beat Augie Gutt and Hurricane Tyra Black 26-24.
Side out, point 6.
It's always interesting when you have that lefty-righty
6-8.
pair, like you see on Dallas Flash. You have two forehands in the middle, and it forces the guys to be in front of each other down the line.
Side out, point 9. Nine, 6.
Well played by Augie Gutt, the
Side out,
lefty.
point 7.
Initiates on the forehand side, creates the pop-up chance.
Really gets the
7-9.
tip of that paddle down under the ball. Able to lift it up over the net. Very good disguise.
Side out, point
The biggest
10.
thing in pickleball is disguise. I mean, the game can be really slow sometimes dinking, but if you can get that paddle down and show that
10-7.
maybe you're gonna, people don't know if you're gonna dink, if you're gonna speed up, the less they know, the better.
Side out, point 8.
As you can see there, Augie kind of same setup, puts that paddle down. Looks like he's gonna speed it
8-10.
up, but he dinks it, and they're a little caught off guard. Just wide.
Point. Nine, 10. Point.
Out
10-10.
here for Dallas to tie it at 10 apiece.
Side out, point 11. Eleven, 10. Side out, point 11. 11-11. Point. 12-11.
Firefight launched out,
Timeout
and
change ends 13-11, Dallas.
Dallas gets to 13 first. 23 matches played across the regular season,
Tight end.
8 total MLP
13-11.
regular season events. Playoffs will start in November.
Point.
So kind of like hockey in the NHL or NBA, they total up the
14,
season
11.
schedule of points, standing points, and the end of October we'll have our top 6 teams competing for a championship. It's long
Side
for
out.
Augie Gutt.
Point, 12.
Augie laughing that off.
12, 14.
Sitting up there for him, but
Side out, point, 15. 15, 12. Point.
Another nice play by Augie Gutt, the lefty. Mathematician.
16, 12.
Such a great representation of the sport, Augie Gutt.
Side out, point, 13.
definitely one of the nicer guys out here. Super humble, super nice, always smiling, friends with everyone. It's a good guy to have in the sport.
13, 16.
Tyra Black's a good example of Major League Pickleball putting players on the map too. From the challenger level.
Point.
Brooke Buckner did too. She was new to the premier level this year, but worked her way up through the challenger level and advanced and earned her right to be at the premier
14,
level. Worked really
16.
hard at her game. She's the mother of 3 kiddos, one baby traveling with her on the road all season long.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of respect to all those moms out there playing pickleball. It's not easy to be, you know, traveling every single week, and some of these
15,
moms on
16.
tour are just they I don't know how they balance it. They do it so well, and it's really great to see.
One for Brooke Buckner too.
Side out, point.
She's got to find
17.
babysitters in every single city we go. I mean, we are not in the same place at once ever in the same
17,
month. So she's
15.
going from coast to coast, finding new babysitters for baby Margot.
Yeah, sometimes the moms band together, share a babysitter, maybe have a little play date while they're playing their matches, and then they're back to mom duty.
Side out, point, 16.
Brooke also has
16,
2 littles at home
17.
in Charlotte, North Carolina, where she trains with Jack Sock and Colin Schick.
Point.
Tie game, Carolina. Right back in it.
17, 17.
Play by Hurricane
Point,
Tyra
18.
Black, and all smiles on their bench too. Julie Johnson giving a standing ovation
18,
for that
17.
one. Steers clear of the kitchen, straddling the line.
Tyra almost falling in, Augie running over to grab her. Make sure she doesn't get that kitchen fault. Oof.
Side out, point, 18.
I think Augie would like that one back.
18, 18. Side out, point, 19. Media timeout.
19-18 lead now for the Dallas Flash in the closing stretch, and on the brink of a sweep. We'll see if they can do it on Carolina next. Welcome back to Salt Lake City. Dallas Flash 6
Time
points
in.
away from a clean
19-18.
sweep over the Carolina Pickleball Club. Big response from
Side
Colin
out.
Johns out of the
Point,
timeout
19.
calls. Colin Johns, one of the most
19,
elite
19.
pickleball players as well. Hurricane Tyra Black hops the corner, gets the Ernie, and that bench reaction says it all.
Point.
Augie really going for it there. Not
21,
easy in the
19.
high altitude when the ball's kind of flying. Ball dropped in last second.
Point.
A nice reset ball by Augie to match. He's got the finesse with the power.
22, 19.
And such precision, too.
Point. (23, 19).
That's why
Side
for
out,
Black.
point 20. 20, 23. Side out, point 24.
Georgia Johnson. She
24,
wants
20.
the sweep. 17-year-old sensation.
Side out, point 21.
Game point saved by Carolina, and Dallas will have to win it on their serve.
21,
They can get it
24.
back. Wow. Unbelievable deflection from Tyra Black. How did she get a hold of this one?
I mean, it was right at her right shoulder, not easy. She kind of turned off the ball.
24,
Maybe a little
21.
luck involved, but she kind of just spun it and it landed perfect.
Game point number 2 for Dallas. Carolina not giving it up
Side
easy
out,
though.
point 22.
They'll keep collecting points on their side. Carolina back within 2. Dallas
22,
required to
24.
win it on their serve. Tyra Black gets it back. She's been dominant on her side. They are loving the
24,
show
22.
that Hurricane Tyra Black is putting on right now. Too good from
Side
Brooke
out,
Buckner.
point
She's sick of the
23.
Hurricane Tyra Black show.
A great cross by Tyra, but looks like Colin was there. She kind of just hit his paddle.
23, 24.
I don't think Tyra was expecting that one to come back.
Point.
That speed up off the bounce from Augie with his lefty forehand. I think he's done it maybe a couple too many times. Colin was
24,
on it.
24. Side out, point 25. (25, 24).
Another game point for Dallas. Augie will close it out, 26-24, and the sweep is theirs. The Dallas Flash cleaning up 4 games to none. Back at the Vulcan MLP Salt Lake City event at the premier level, the Dallas Flash with a 4-game sweep over Ben Johns and the Carolina Pickleball Club. No shortage of great mountain views here and no shortage of highlight reel-worthy pickleball play. Augie Guh and Hurricane Tyra Black join us now to talk about the big win. Augie, starting with you. Not too long ago, you were laid off from your corporate America job. Today, you just got a win over the best pickleball player of all time on national TV. What would you go back and tell that version of yourself that was probably disappointed with the job situation then before the pro pickleball thing came to fruition?
Yeah, thanks, Mish, for bringing that up. Yeah, I just tell myself to stick with the process, you know, day by day, and everything happens for a reason, and sometimes blessings are in disguise. So I'm loving what I'm doing right now. I loved what I did back then, and so just keeping a positive attitude.
Tyra, unique situation where the girl was playing on the left, the male was on the right. What do you like about that?
I like it because I can be aggressive at the girl in front of me. I've played a lot on the left, so it's really nice for me to be over there. And I just learned how to ernie. It took me a whole year on tour to start doing it, but I'd like to thank Julie for feeding me a lot of balls and teaching me how to do it, and for my teammates for trusting me with those shots, and also my paddle company, Pickle. This paddle's amazing, and it helps me trust my shots a lot, so. Yeah.
Well, no wonder Julie was going nuts on the sideline there. Every Ernie you hit, and Augie just wrapping things up here. The Dallas Flash, you guys are just built so solid, and it seems like the synergy is there and evident in every single match you play. What's special in your eyes about this group?
Yeah, I mean, we have a ton of chemistry. We're all such nice people, at least on the outside. And we get along. We laugh at each other's unfunny jokes, so I think that helps a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah, we just love playing for each other.
Congratulations. 3 standing points is yours and a clean sweep over Carolina. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.